did you ever hook up with your Saved by the Bell cast members? Let's be honest.
You look so young.
I know. I still look good. I know what you're talking
Shut
about.
up.
Oh man, they go bam! I didn't even answer for my
Is it kind of an amazing thing? I know you've probably been asked this a million times, but to be a part of something so monumental, like so important in pop culture, like everyone rushed home Thursday nights to watch that show. Like literally everyone I know watched it. Like that's incredible.
Yeah, it's funny now. I mean, it felt really huge, but the way things are now with like social media and streaming and your ability to binge watch something, you know, that was back before, you know, they get VCRs back then.
Yeah.
Nobody knew how to
You had
set
to
the
wait.
thing yeah, but nobody could figure out how to tape a show.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, if you were right there, you could press record,
Yeah.
but like to program it, you got the news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but now it feels somehow just as relevant now as it did back then.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we're all so much older now, you know what I mean? And it's on TV, and you think, God, look at Liz, so young, and then you come out. And
You think you're a little baby. I feel like that with my career as well. Could you leave the house though, back in the height of it all? Because I remember we were actually both at the same award show. I can't remember what it was, but it was during American Idol, and a couple of y'all were there, and everybody was swarming around y'all. And so I was like, oh my God, that's got to be rough.
Yeah, well, you know, there's some weird things that happened, you know, back then. I remember
Like
one time. So it was during the week. It was just like during the afternoon. I had to be flipping channels. I was watching the news, and for some reason, they had like a split screen on the TV, 6 quadrants. Well, it wouldn't be quadrants, but
Yeah.
six
Yes.
equal.
6'4".
And each was a live shot of each one of our houses, like a helicopter shot. They've cast of friends' houses, and I was like, okay, what is this? What's going on here? And I'm watching it. It was like there was no information and no news really.
Yeah.
Just showing the houses, and I remember looking close at my house and thinking, I need a new roof.
Everyone loves you. You've done so many things. But do people, like, out of all your stuff, though, do people, when you're in a hardware store, do they still do, like, all the, yeah.
It's grunt for me. You know, like I'm one of those little monkeys that does this, you know.
Oh, they ask you.
Yeah, they come grunt for me, show the kids. Or a cop pulls me over, because I have a very high-performance car, and it was making too much noise. As soon as the window goes down, he goes, oh. I'm not going to get... But I'm...
Hey, if it gets you out of the ticket,
Oh, yeah.
I'd
Well, it actually,
all day long.
It actually didn't, but so I got a double. But I'm up in Sacramento, and my wife and I were going through town, and the guy across the street goes, "Oh, hey!" Which I like that people think I have to turn around when they just yell across the, "Hey, hey!" And I of course I do. And he goes, "Do you tool belt?"
Tool belt. Like what?
Just yelled. I go, what? He couldn't quite get the show, but it had something to do with tools, and it was tool belt. And I went, claw hammer. We went back and forth. I get it.
Shovel.
Yeah, shovel. In this world, it's not like it was at Home Improvement. Home Improvement was, I believe, at our top. We're 24 million viewers on a Tuesday night.
Yeah. But it's true that was such a remarkable thing. That show, I think you've done so many amazing things, but that show was a huge staple for a lot of people. That's why they still...
Well, we did a show. We got away with stuff. I think they did a show on the space shuttle Endeavour, live simulcast on Home Improvement. We had all that.
I missed that one.
Oh God, because it looked like it was phony. It was, and they were floating around in there doing the tool time. It was I've got all the stuff at my shop. I'm just amazed. I'm a space freak.
I'm a space nerd.
I just love that stuff. And I said, what kind of money was this? Who did this? Where they're floating around because the joke was I was doing a tool time and they're all sleeping because it was so boring. Because they just keep floating around. But they did it live from the Endeavour space shuttle down to Earth. Oh, cool is not the word for it.
Mario, did you ever hook up with your Saved by the Bell cast members? Let's be honest. Come on.
Well, I don't know if you can actually say that. You're
Well-
married with kids now.
Well, yeah, but just as a gentleman, I'm not one to kiss and tell.
There you go.
Ever.
There you go.
However, it wasn't a hookup, but I've talked about it before. She was my girlfriend for a while. Tiffany Thiessen, who played Kelly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was funny because I went to regular high school. She used to wear my my Letterman's jacket from my real high school and stuff. But now, like, she's my dear friend, and it's funny because our kids actually play together. So we get together, our kids play together and stuff. So it's
Dang, she's hot too. Wow. All right.
yeah, they're all hot. They were all hot.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right. Well, the one thing I really do love about you that I wanted to get to and make sure I got to is y'all, not everybody is who they are on camera. You know, you see them outside of work and you're like, oh, you're not lovable at all. He is the nicest dude. And so while I was like totally reading up on you, because I like to do my homework for people coming on, it made sense to me that you, even though you were filming Saved by the Bell, you went to like regular, because that was a Saturday morning thing.
Correct.
So you went to like regular school and you're like the only one that went to public school, right?
Yeah, I was the only one from my cast, and for the most part, all the other child actors that I knew, everybody either was tutored or homeschooled or something.
Yeah.
But no, I went to regular public high school, 3,500 kids, Chula Vista High School. Shout out Spartans.
I think that's what makes you such a great human.
Thank you. But I mean, I feel very lucky because I went to prom, I did homecoming, I played sports, and I had like a real high school experience. I just happened to have like a cool summer job. Right?
God,
But
a
it
really
was
cool summer job.
Yeah.
No, I just thought whenever I read that on you, I was just captivated by it because I was like, well, that makes sense. That's why he's so cool and down to earth. Like, I don't know, you're super handsome and you're AC Slater. You could be a real,
You're so sweet.
you could be a real turd if you wanted to be, I guess. But you're like so awesome.
I love your hair. Your hair is so beautiful. You smell beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I just came from work. Hi, everybody. I got dressed in my dressing room.
Oh, you look really, that's where you do it, though, so good job. But you were on a classic sitcom that I loved as well,
Yes,
with
yes.
Shanae. I loved the whole show. I thought it was so good. So what's, other than people being a fool like me and just singing the song Martin, what do people do? They still come up to you and ask you about that?
Oh man, they go, Pam! I don't
Yes.
even answer to my own. I don't answer to my own name anymore.
You're like, my name is not Pam.
But you know what's gratifying for me is to know that I did a show, 28 years ago, and people
impacting.
still enjoy it.
Yeah.
God has blessed me to do what I love doing, and being on Martin all those years, we just really had a good time. And for us to see people laugh at it, laughter makes the world go around. It makes the spirit
We need
and the
more
soul
of it.
better.
Yeah.
We need to laugh.
Yeah.
We need to laugh. So I'm
Agreed.
happy that people still enjoy it.
Yeah. So Allison, I'm loving this like American Pie reunion.
Me too.
But here's my question.
Yes.
Do people still walk up to you and say this one time at band camp?
Yes, they do, which is lovely to be associated with the movie people still know. But I have 2 daughters now, and when they're with me and they like
People
somebody
don't
starts
follow through, right?
saying the line, I'm like, can we just stop there?
Yeah.
Like, yes, like I'm not. I get really panicked, and I'm like,
Of
yeah, I
course.
know what you're talking about. and They know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, please
Really
stop.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't want to have
gosh.
this conversation with them yet.
I've never thought about that because you have kids.
Yeah.
Well, wait, you have kids too, though. So, like, wait, when it came out, did your kids see it?
No. No, my daughter was 12, and so
That's a little early.
that's a little early. My son was 15, and he was going to come with us in Los Angeles. We went down for the premiere of the movie. And the night before the premiere, he said he was on a phone call with his friend back in Toronto. And they said, well, what's going on? He said, well, I'm going to the premiere of American Pie tomorrow night with my folks. And the friend said, oh, don't see it with your folks. Don't see it with your folks. You don't want to see this with your folks. So he came to us and said, you know what, I think I'm not going to go tomorrow, and I'll see it when I go back to Toronto with my friends. And I thought, oh, well, okay, it's going to be a big night. Meanwhile, we went to the premiere, saw the movie. I'm so glad he wasn't there.
That's so awkward. Yeah. Oh, my God. promised, I found some old photos of you. Are you ready to go through them?
Oh, boy.
I'm excited. Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's Winona.
And Trisha.
Is that Trisha?
Yeah, Bruce Hinton. Yeah, oh, my gosh. Look at Trisha. She's so cute.
Look at your hair. You are so cute. Look at all of y'all are so cute.
When was that?
I don't know. When did you all have? Are those records? Those are all your records.
Yeah.
Oh my
long,
God.
long
This
time
is what I'm
ago.
talking about. See, this is 90s country right here. Like all these women representing right now. And like they don't play women now hardly on country. What's wrong with y'all?
They're missing out.
I know. Next. Oh,
Looky
this
there.
is us.
That was for the duets album.
It was.
You came and sang with me.
It was so magical. It's so funny because remember we actually recorded a different song first. And then we ended up doing Crossroads. And then we ended up doing Because of You, and it was such a magical moment.
Kelly, we look so young.
I know. I still look good. I know what you're talking about.
Shut up.
Just the fact you said on TV, I'm your first. I thought that was.
Yeah! It was so great. All right, well, we actually dug up, because I love you so much, I do. I'm a weird stalker love. But anyway, I found a picture from like the first day, since this is like the first season for me hosting. I found a picture of you hosting for the first time. Here we go. Look at you! Oh, gosh! So handsome and
Yes, so handsome.
So handsome. You are handsome.
Well, that's very kind.
You're my first. I wouldn't have given it up.
That's
to
right,
someone
I
who
was
wasn't
your
handsome.
first. See, I love, now see, anybody tuning in right now will go, whoa, I didn't know that.
I know.
That's how she got on the show.
My husband, yeah. Well, when you're good, you're good.
That's right.
No. The final season of Fuller House is out now. I'm curious, was it hard? Because I know, like, it was probably hard to end the first round of Full House, and there was such a huge impact, just culturally speaking, like to be such an impact on culture and pop culture is an amazing thing to be part of. So I imagine that was hard, but like coming back together though, and like getting the band back together, was it harder the second time?
Well, actually, the first 8 years, we didn't know we were going off the air. We didn't know we weren't renewed. So we didn't get to have a closure type episode. Then they offered us to go to the WB, which is now the CW. And we just decided, I remember John, myself, and Ashley and Mary Kate at that time. I think that was kind of the group that said, no, we want to stay on ABC if they can pick us up. And they didn't. And that's okay. I mean, I've been through showbiz for so long now, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm older. That's why I make myself look so groomed.
No, it's so funny though that you say it's such a funny thing about age in this industry. I'm been in it almost 20 years, and it's everybody that surrounds me, we're all different ages, but we all feel like we're the same age. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, I look at all humanity that way. I don't. I mean, I'll talk different to a 4-year-old. I won't do my stand-up type vocabulary.
A little inappropriate, maybe.
Right. Oh, to answer your question, because I wasn't, clear. What was nice about Fuller House was they gave people the reboot and to a kinder, gentler time, and for what people wanted. And it was, the show was made for 14, 15-year-old girls originally, and it would get bad reviews by 50-year-old male critics. And I'm like, this is not, dude, that's not your audience.
Yeah.
Really brought and Candace and Jody and Andrea, it was their show, and we knew it was ending. So this last 9 episodes that are out, and we haven't been promoting it, and the girls have been somewhat, but it's been very hard to promote because of what's going on. It just feels disingenuous and hard to promote.
Yeah.
But if people want to feel good and they liked it, it's there. But it's
also kind of cool to have something fresh to watch during this time. I mean, I think we're all kind of running out of things. And it's, even our shows, our favorite shows, it's like, God, they can't tape anymore because nobody can get together. So it's nice to have something that's, kind of new that you can tune into. Yeah.
And that's why it's great you're doing what you're doing. I mean, to turn your house into a studio. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, well, I got to be honest with you. It's actually pretty great. I get to wake up and color and have breakfast with my kids. I come right in this little living room space, and then I'm done by 2:30 with them. So
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool as a mom, so I love it. But I saw something funny, and I didn't even know this about, because I'm not an actor, I'm in the singing world, but people take stuff from the sets, and I saw that John Stamos stole the couch for the set to use as a baby gate. Did you get anything cool?
He's a thief. I have the barometer from the door next to the door of Full House. So I've got like a large thermometer, basically.
He got a full-on couch and you got a thermometer?
He also has the Disneyland sign. I mean, the guy is a collector.
That's a nice way of saying thief, but yes.
It's Stamos. He collects things.
Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Please don't make me keep going.